In the modern world, where sounds appear to permeate every moment, a mystical force that is just waiting to be found is the power of silence is more than just the lack of sound. It's also the secret to opening the inner realm where people might experience tranquility, clarity, and limitless. According to Stoic philosophy, spiritual strength is more than just self-control, but a lifestyle that fosters the development of inner strength. And yes, there is tranquility in the middle of the daily chaos that we frequently overlook. The importance of quiet when the outside world gets so loud that we can't hear the Stoic philosophy of voices teaches us that in silence we're able to confront obstacles and gain insight about the world and ourselves. A 10-year research on the effects has been published by the World Health Organization of noise, emphasizing its detrimental impacts on human health, including the heart illness, sleep disorders, children's discomfort, and cognitive impairment. Tinnitus. These research also provide a new avenue for finding peace in silence, is a call to lessen outside noise. Yet it's also a reminder to look for inner calm and power in stillness. Exist. Let's investigate the enigmatic and potent force of silence. Using through the Stoic philosophical lens, we shall discover how to use this capacity not only to enhance mental and physical well-being, but also to discover calm, clarity, and bravery in day-to-day. Join us on our voyage through life, and you'll find that there's the first fortification in the enormous universe of inner power for spiritual freedom. Boost your resilience. In times of hardship and misfortune, we frequently look for the brightness of Stoic philosophy instructs us to be resilient in order to light the way ahead. Silence is where we get strength in addition to tranquility. Nothing better exemplifies the need to strengthen and develop resilience than the picture of a stronghold of endurance and patience standing firm in the face of dark weather as a backdrop and a representation of the difficulties we encounter in living in the chaotic universe. During the reign of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and philosopher encountered several obstacles that seemed insurmountable. Hardships, terrible diseases that ravaged the empire, and never-ending wars and betrayals by those he trusted in such a setting. Someone might have decided to give in to despair and anxiety, but Aurelius discovered a light in the shadows of his universe. In Stoic philosophy, light is like a beacon in the night during every quiet time. Aurelius's time spent in thought was more than just a diversion from the cacophony of the court or the suffering caused by the outside world. There were times when he used Stoic principles and wisdom to reconnect with himself, find the fortitude to not only endure the storm, but also to move through it. With bravery and wisdom, his choices were derived from his destiny, and the destiny of the entire world were affected by these profound reflections. Marcus Aurelius became more than just a symbol of tenacity during the Roman Empire because of how he survived, but more significantly by the way he flourished and rose beyond all. Struggling through his meditations pages, he left behind not just a philosophical heritage, as well as a spiritual roadmap for anybody looking for light in the dark, strength in the weak, and most importantly, fortitude in the face of hardship. Those silent periods not only kept him from giving up, but they also changed the world in his immediate vicinity with a clear vision and unwavering courage. Please keep in mind that being silent is an active process rather than an avoidance tactic, where we discover how to face and welcome obstacles as friends rather than enemies. On our path to self-improvement, we are moderated by intelligence, self-control, and patience, erecting a strong barrier against life's disturbances. Here is the forge where our spirits, not gold or silver, are polished, transforming traumatic events into teachings on resilience and resilience. We who use Stoic philosophy to cultivate fortitude are known as called not just to withstand adversity like old oaks, but also to acknowledge that every obstacle presents a teaching moment and a chance for development. Because building fortitude is a process rather than the outcome of silence. Silence is a practice that teaches us to face, accept, and eventually recognize obstacles as important milestones on the way to growth and comprehension via the tranquil. Through the voyage of fortitude, we discover not only how to overcome obstacles, but also how to acknowledge and value them as essential components of our development and self-improvement, which is the core of Stoic fortitude, a path full of not just with difficulties, but also with benefits, providing opportunities to development and a deep comprehension of both the outside world and ourselves. In order to achieve inner peace, we start with the Develop Your Inner Calm deep practice of fostering inner tranquility in a calm body of water. Small waves that ripple are not just a metaphor, but also a striking representation of the innermost thoughts in this busy and cacophonous world. Silence is more than just the absence. Seeking inner serenity is like discovering a clear lake in the middle of a wide desert of cacophony, but a place where we might establish a close relationship with ourselves, revealing. According to Stoic philosophy, inner tranquility is a rich and varied inner world considered the ultimate aim of life, not a place to be reached but a trip, and the most crucial element in releasing this is quiet. Like Marcus Aurelius, who tempered the soul with stillness and cultivate self-control, as well as a deep comprehension of oneself, and the Marcus Aurelius set aside time each day to silently contemplate and write down. In his latter work-related reflections, he compared his soul to a peaceful area of water where no outside influences disturb the tranquility. Even in spite of the difficulties and demands of absolute power, he maintained his soul steadying because of the quiet moments he spent contemplating, and through introspection, we can apply this lesson to our everyday lives by setting aside time for silence, where we can take a moment to rest and think. You can begin with just 5. Spend a few minutes each day shutting off your phone and relaxing in a peaceful location, and every technology gadget, as well as just spending time with. In these times, we learn to pay attention to our inner voices and recognize that, since genuine serenity originates in our souls, picture a moment when you feel stressed out due to personal, family, or career concerns rather than facing that. By discussing your concerns directly, working or even looking for solace on social media, you choose to switch off all electronics, sit silently in your room, and concentrate just on your breathing for 10 minutes. You may have trouble focusing in the first few minutes, but you gradually start to sense the tranquility growing within of you. Like silence has the potential to erase all worries like calm waves, where we might gain inner strength and tranquility to face life's obstacles. Finding inner peace is a continuous process, and each selecting a silent moment is a crucial first step in developing a connection with silence. For ourselves, we not only discover tranquility, but also unlock the door to a profound knowledge of life and ourselves, and we look forward to hearing your reflections on the path to inner peace via silence. What does peace mean to you? Have you ever noticed any improvements in your day-to-day existence while taking some quiet time? Kindly leave a comment below. Video. We think we all have important tales to tell, lessons to learn, and things to share. Those encounters might provide us inner strength and serenity, together, as the environment appears to be trying to overpower all of our senses. To manage our minds and spirits, we must return to quiet. Ultimately, by concentrating on stillness, we do not only acquire the ability to regulate unpleasant thoughts and feelings, but also discover clarity and wisdom in each choice. And the third action improves attention and improve clarity and focus. Clarity on the path to finding calm and stoic inner strength. A notable discovery made by philosophers is the power of silence, which not only aids in overcoming obstacles and is essential for improving attention. By bringing clarity to the mind, picture your mind as a clear, unaffected by everyday concerns. The pond reflects the world with immaculate. Those concerns vanish when there is clarity in the silence that Stoic philosophy promotes. When mental clarity turns into more than just a fleeting condition, but a versatile and powerful force to better comprehend this, let's think about the instance of a writer named Brian at his most peaceful hours of the day when, as the world around him becomes quiet, his thoughts become clear and fluid. Every word and every tale appears to flow naturally from his thoughts to the paper. When doubt and distraction are absent, this is when concentration and clarity peak, results from fostered silence rather than from coercion. In a busy world where chaos and noise seem to be everywhere, quiet periods may seem unachievable, yet this is exactly the demanding exercises that the Stoic philosophy urges us to do as we develop the ability to ignore. Through internal conflict and external loudness, we not only gain serenity, but also the ability to focus more intently and subtly. Insight. Silence is the presence of a bright energy rather than the lack of sound. Area where the mind can function well without interruption. Therefore, how can we use this to our everyday lives? Start by setting aside time each day, even if it's just for a little while. For stillness. Minutes at these periods, put aside concerns, and if you focus on the here and now and avoid thinking about the future, you could discover that the clear pond. Your mental clarity steadily increases, enabling you to perceive the universe with depth and clarity. This is not just a straightforward deed, but the process of developing a habit that has the power to change. Applying clarity and focus to our lives also entails handling personal time and location with ease. By determining priorities and certain objectives, we may develop an understandable and methodical work strategy that maximizes productivity and finally practicing to succeed in all facets of life. Clarity and focus not only serve the individual, but also influences the social context in which we live by being mindful and prudent. Motivate and uplift those involved in the growth, and in conclusion, societal harmony, sharpening focus, and not only is clarity a personal journey, but it is also a necessary component of Stoic living. Philosophy. By using these ideas in our day-to-day lives, we may sharpen our minds, smarter and more self-assured in any circumstance, which fosters personal encourage others by sharing a story about the social community's growth and prosperity. Tale where you eventually become clear-headed and focused, leaving your thoughts in the remarks beneath the fourth forge. Stoic. Create Stoic relationships. In the middle of the rhythm of life, connections in the quiet moments appear to be investigating a parallel universe where there is intense quiet exists in accordance with the ancient Greek philosophy of Stoicism, has discovered a strong link between being quiet and leading a decent life. By creating long-lasting relationships, we not only unlock the potential of intellect, but also one of the most effective methods to weave the strong strands of autonomy and ethics together. The way that silence appears is by fostering a deep inner space where, like an artist seeking information, we might find courage and knowledge within ourselves. Calm for the arts, or a philosopher exploring self-reliance. We readily acknowledge that while we remain silent, our consciousness grows and our potential increases. Let's explore Alex's narrative. Alex frequently approaches those who are struggling at work. Tension brought on by strict deadlines and the constant demands of the seeking to deal with this circumstance, Alex incorporates the Stoic philosophy into his everyday. Alex spends a few minutes each morning before entering the office. Reflecting and reflecting during this silent moment, in addition to pausing to listen and breathe, he also considers his feelings. With ideas, Alex establishes a personal zone, where he may properly evaluate his mood and change his perspective before launching into Alex's hectic work life during work. As tensions rise and pressure builds, does not quickly respond to bad feelings. Instead, he observes and accepts the circumstances with wisdom and compassion. Alex benefits from the quiet in his head. Establish a space where people can decide how to respond more precisely, and Alex continues to act independently rather than being carried away by the sea of emotions. Calm, handles difficulties with patience, and confidently in the end by using Stoic philosophy and stillness in his everyday life. Alex not only improved his own self-control, but also established a productive and upbeat workplace. Thanks to this technique, Alex became not only a striking illustration of the value of silence in day-to-day interactions, but also a source of inspiration and encouragement for other Stoic. Silence in the community also forms the basis for establishing relationships within the larger Stoic community as a collective of people. Having similar values and aspirations in life, they can use silence as a way to express themselves, discuss their experiences in depth, and, by being quiet, people not only gain knowledge from one another, but also discover empathy and assistance in building a solid social network of individuals that share similar interests. In conclusion, developing deep relationships involves more than just exploring oneself, but also about interacting with our surroundings and the community. Quiet is not just a means of attaining inner tranquility while serving as a conduit to ethical comprehension and a deep relationship to Stoic philosophy, which not only strengthens us in our day-to-day existence, but also fosters deeper connections with the world around us. So quiet times aren't merely opportunity for relaxation, as well as valuable opportunities for introspection, investigation, and relationship with the world and oneself. Concentrating on introspection is not only a component of the individual's journey, but it's also a crucial instrument for understanding. Let's examine together how we might better ourselves and how we engage with the social environment. Silence can improve focus and clarity when thinking, allowing for profound comprehension and insight in our everyday. The fifth life enhances thoughtful reflection in the pursuit of encourage. More mindful introspection, quiet is not just a place, it becomes a source of meaning and purpose in life. Rich soil that fosters thoughtful reflection and consciousness. One of the greatest Stoic thinkers, Marcus Aurelius, reportedly remarked, "Becoming the phrase impenetrable fortress within yourself strikes a deep chord with me." With us today to serve as a reminder of the ability of silence to foster self-connection. However, how can we actually access this enigmatic wellspring of strength through introspection and meditation? Practice is a way to fill the mind as well as a way to empty it. Great comprehension and deep wisdom when we remain motionless and concentrate on, by taking a breath, we allow the mind to notice not just our ideas, and have you ever pondered not only the depth of the world around us, but also our feelings? Why the greatest ideas frequently occur when you're not actively considering them. Quiet times spent reflecting on issues such as, who am I? And what I'm looking for in this life, can lead to self-knowledge and a profound comprehension of oneself and the world, which not only makes us more aware of the present moment, but also serves. Imagine a peaceful morning like dawn as a means of discovering purpose and direction in life. Breaks and everyone is still sleeping. You choose to use this time for locating a peaceful outdoor doorway where the only sound is the soft rustle of, as you settle down, close your eyes and listen to the sounds of distant birds and leaves. Focus on your breathing and stop thinking about your everyday duties or work-related concerns. disintegrate one by one, and as you lose yourself in this quiet, an idea suddenly comes to you. Keep in mind that it's the answer to a challenging problem at work that you've been battling for weeks. You come to the realization that at that quiet time, when your thoughts are no longer overflowing with ideas and anxieties, you've made room for the mind to openly solve problems creatively and discover a solution. This transparency is like a peaceful painting, isn't it? Not only assists you in resolving a specific issue, but also fosters a feeling of confidence and refreshment. You wonder how many, if you put in a little effort, you might find more creative solutions. Extra quiet time every day. Modern life frequently necessitates ongoing connection and response, but the narrative also serves as a reminder of the importance of taking a moment to create a space of silence to enhance our self-awareness and unleash our creative potential. It contains an important lesson about Stoicism. In stillness, we find not just peace, but also motivation and answers for daily. Despite being straightforward, this activity calls both perseverance and long-term methods of dedication, such as self-reflection, meditation, or even silent strolling can assist us in reaching this state. But above all, it's about never stopping to explore and always asking questions oneself. So are you prepared to accept quiet and discover what it can conceal? As you discover tranquility in silence, you'll start to see its actual worth. In building a meaningful and purposeful life is a journey that you do not have to go through alone, but one where you get closer with each step, breath, and thought. If you experience the power of silence, you will have a better understanding of the world and yourself. And thoughtful reflection has moved your heart and spirit. Don't be afraid to write a "with your loved ones." If you enjoy and share this film, we may build a space of tranquility amidst life's hectic schedule and relish the clarity, and number 6 enhances the creativity that silence gives. Improve your self-control. Self-control. Have you ever sat quietly and allowed your thoughts to roam? Thoughts and feelings unaffected by external noise globe in the process of discovering oneself and realizing one's potential. Stillness is not only a place of calm, but also an effective means of bolstering self-control and willpower. The Stoic philosophy's powerful emphasis on accepting what is beyond and managing what is within reach. We can better comprehend this by using the framework that individual power offers. Power, but how can we gain access to and make use of this quiet to improve self-control? Daily meditation, a technique used by Stoics, is one approach to cope with life's storms, not just as a way to reflect, but also as a way to concentrate and mental mastery. Sitting quietly teaches us to watch without passing judgment, which benefits us. Cultivate the capacity to regulate our responses to outside circumstances, which raises the query: have you ever taken the time to just sit with your thoughts and watch them without attempting to alter them? Keeping a daily journal in addition to observing is another crucial tool that enables us to take a moment to consider our day, what we have discovered, and how we can enhance this, since it not only strengthens self-control, but also acts as an epicus, is another Stoic example of consciousness and introspection on our choices and deeds. It is our attitude toward events, not the events themselves, according to philosophers, themselves, over which we have authority. Are you prepared to assume command? Your response is, but introspection is a crucial component of developing autonomy by pausing to reflect on our ethics, values, and aspirations. We not only get a better grasp of what matters most to us, but we can also influence our behavior, and making choices based on these guidelines enhances autonomy by assisting us in maintaining consistency between our words and deeds. All of these techniques from silence is necessary for self-reflection through journaling and meditation, not just both internally and externally. This quiet not only enables us to deeper understanding of ourselves, but also makes it possible for us to genuinely take charge of our lives that lead to a more contented and significant existence. So are you prepared to examine how silence can improve autonomy? If you have a solution, go. Your opinions in the space provided below, or leave a remark saying, "I'm ready," so we know you're number 7, being ready for this adventure, opens the door to unlock the wisdom door. Wisdom. Have you ever been momentarily lost in the clamor of life, of calm to just pay? Close attention to your inner voice. Silence is not only a way to avoid the outside noise, but it also. When we stop and take a deep breath, the secret to opening the doors of wisdom and clarity. When we pay attention to the silence, we hear not just our voices, but also the voice of Imagine the cosmos, as though it were whispering its most profound truths into our. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher, reportedly remarked, "You have authority over, recognize this, and you will discover that your thoughts, not external circumstances, strength." But how can we incorporate this potent idea into our everyday lives? How quiet can serve as a bridge that leads us to important insights regarding. In stillness, we discover a place to ponder on the world and ourselves. If all outside distractions temporarily disappear while leaning, it's a moment when we can focus solely on ourselves and our ideas. Investigating what really matters by delving into our innermost feelings and ideas and speaks to our inner selves. Quiet is more than just a way to discover our own truths while simultaneously embarking on a path to true wisdom. And have you ever tried spending time alone, sitting quietly, doing anything? In those quiet moments, do you do nothing but listen intently, feel more connected to the world and oneself? Stoic thinkers such as we learned from Seneca and Epicus that by remaining silent, we can access limitless silence, served as a gateway for their power and understanding. Reach deep realizations about ourselves and life. Therefore, why not begin your trip now by establishing moments of stillness? Spend a few minutes every day sitting quietly, becoming completely still. Listen. This is a voyage rather than only a silent exercise. Self-discovery. An investigation into the wonders of quiet and its actual power can reveal to you that when we break the silence, we final results provide a new perspective on Stoic philosophy in addition to a newly discovered inner strength. This strength has the capacity to change, yet it is neither ostentatious or noisy. Our own lives, and we're interested in how silence has benefited you. Find your inner power and see if it has led to knowledge and self-control that you were previously unaware of. Share your thoughts and experiences. Your experience could inspire thousands of people in the comments section below. Looking for inner peace. If you think this video is valuable, remember to like and share it to show your support. It not only benefits us. Keep producing more insightful content while also making these important teachings to reach a wider audience. And lastly, if you're new here, think about, to ensure you don't miss anything, subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell. Any films? Let's keep investigating Stoic philosophy and improving inner strength by viewing the final recommended videos. We appreciate your time. Today, keep in mind that our real strength lies in stillness.